Loose. How's it? Not too close. English. How's it?
Reporting for duty, Commander. I need a weapon. A trooper should always stay on his feet.
Of course. How's it? Hang loose. Welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii, the channel. And yes, I'm using Flipper here. I hope Flipper's in focus. That one too much.
My comlink is broken.
Yeah, you know what else is broken? This quick time movie thing. And that means I'm not being able to test, because that's when I'm plugging the... I'm gonna test. Touch screen. Cannot now. No can. I don't know if it's gonna do anything. Guess this... Oh, brother. Okay. Well... The storms
Trooper standing by.
still thousands of miles away. Felicia! Oh no, Felicia! She only went from 4 down to category 1. That's like quick. By the time it comes over here, I don't know, Friday, a couple days of the week or something, it's gonna be like way south, just a remnant of after the tropical storm. So waves and rain about the only impact. Guillermo, is that his name? Guillermo. I don't know if I'm the 2 double L's, yeah? Guillermo. Anyway, that one is just tropical storm. And it's going to weaken from there. And they're going, hey, it's good news. Heck, man, I like the storms. I don't like the damage. Now, I mean, I'm not talking about damage or inconvenience and this and that. But the actual storm itself is, there's energy. There's this... I don't like prolonged wind, though. Prolonged wind. And this is not newspaper. So anyway, yeah, I'm no longer sick. Man, it was, I don't know what that, fever, is this a fever? I don't know what that was, but I'm short of actually getting tested positive. It wasn't the thing, the Delta. But fever will give you brain fog. But the brain fog from long haul COVID, that brain fog is neurological, because the COVID stuff has neurological damage stuff attached to it, and erectile dysfunction. But there's all that neurological stuff. That's why the breathing's hard. Anyways, that stuff is nasty. Don't get it. Get yourself vaxxed. Mongoose Max says but whatever. You know, people just, yeah. But it leaves pockets of more variant potentiality. I know this ain't newspaper, you know, because I didn't want to make newspaper again. Even I'm so ingrained in making newspaper. But you know the parts where it was like headline, and in editing this part, that took so long, and then the ending part took so long, and as I was learning how to edit, I was teaching myself, So I'm going, oh, I can do this. And I find out stuff from other people, I look around. But I'm like, oh, I can do that. I can do it. And then I'm like pushing things. And then it turned into a routine of, okay, now I'm going to do that. I did it once, now I'm going to do it every time. Because my millions and millions of viewers are expecting me to. But I had this consistency thing. And that was just cutting into editing time. And speaking of editing, I'm back into editing the Shakespeare things, so there's more all's well that ends well, and the next one coming up is Measure for Measure. You won't see that for a little while. So anyhow, wow, so fun. I'm so happy I'm not blinded by the light. I'm so happy I'm not sick. Oh man, it takes a little while though. So, what is happening in Hawaii? Okay, this lady is polishing off the police car. Hey, you're so nice, the police car. Her name, she's only known as her street name, Liberty. So Liberty. Anyways, the police are in Chinatown finally, because they wanted people. I know someone who's lives kind of like knows people and he's Chinese and loves people in Chinatown, like the Chinese in Chinatown with their shops and stuff, and the homelessness people. They just really mess stuff up, and you could be like, oh, homeless, but hey, they're all in a lot of stuff. So finally, the police are down there, and it's starting off slowly. They probably just didn't want to do that. And Chinatown had an old time, long time, bad, I cannot tell how long it's been going. My equipment's not working. Last time, the mic, the big mic, the Yeti didn't even work. It didn't give any audio. So, I'm getting into this stuff. And in here, there's an old building, private developer. They're going to make it this historic 3-story building. It's over 100 years old. They're going to make it low-cost housing for special residents. $634 reserve. It's $634, as low as that for a month. Oh no, it's not haunted. It's in Chinatown. It's 100 years old. Back in the day, 1962, all these guys with the liaison are getting sworn in for their, their oath of enlistment to the U.S. Army over at Iolani Palace. Just in time. And it's 1, 2, 3, what are we fighting for? 1962. Don't ask me how, don't give it a hint. Yeah. Surgeon General's worried that COVID case rise in the U.S. He's starting to worry, that guy. They're like, it's all over in all the 50 states. Trump's still saying the January 6th attackers they're heroes. They said on the mission of peace. They love the police officers and like beating them with poles and cram them in dark. We love the police. A couple of them been killed and everything. Okay, that's the total spin, 180 degrees. I thought it was like really cool. There's this one little snippet in here. His tactic of Trump, she said. Who she? Someone. Do I have to be specific? Well, I can't find her name. But anyways, someone said, his method is generally just to create chaos so that people don't really know which way to look. That kind of sums it up, right? Chaos, and then listen to me, not them. Who's fake and who's real? Oh, the truth comes out in the end, because you can't tell reality that it's not reality for a long period of time, anyway. And then there was something else. I don't know what it was. Big tree. That's what it was. Outriggers going to. Oh, that was that. Oh, there was the big Q. the two cyclones. I guess the technical name is cyclones, but the northern hemisphere you can call them hurricanes if they turn into whatever. But yeah, you get your rocks off saying cyclone. Meteorologically correct or whatever that is. Big Q. Are you worried about Hawaii's eviction moratorium ending on August 6th? 65%. No, moratorium's end is overdue. Because there's a landlord. 31%. Somewhat could worsen housing homeless issues. Probably average Joe. 4%. Yes, personally know someone who is affected. It's just like, no, I can't. It's 4%. Those are the ones that are gonna. Wish we're in the soup kitchen. After that, oh god, that'd be so horrible. That's something that I probably couldn't handle. I would not be able to handle that. Oh. Political cartoon. Protect yourself at all times. Let's have a clean fight. Touch gloves. Back to your corners. Unruly air. Boy, these in-flight safety instructions sure have changed. You get the little boxing gloves on the. All right. Let's see how quick we can do this. Okay, this is just. We're just gonna blow through this because I'm feeling good. But my equipment's not feeling good. I don't know. I'm still, I talked to my sister about the curses and the things. I didn't get that much in depth because she was telling stories, and the stories she was telling were in-depth personal stuff, ones that she was telling. And then I talked too much. And then when he did our third one, my mom was right in the corner. You can hear her in the background. She's like, he started talking about, do you believe the devil exists? My mom's right there. So, it was compromised in a way. Let's just do a few of them. The city needs to get vendor now to save haiku stairs. I just got done reading Tuesday's editorial advertiser. It's time to get rid of high school, let go on our view. Even though it's 3 a.m. Even though it's 3 a.m. So I'm upset and I have to respawn now. So I read it, it's 3. I'm upset it's 3 o'clock in the morning. First of all, it's not all dangerous trail. It's probably the safest on the island because you have a railing on either side and non-slip steps almost the entire way. Also, there is little chance of getting lost on the stairway, so rescues should be much less likely. I'm already seeing flaws in this, I'm sorry. And then saying that there are other safer legal hikes to reach awesome ridgeline views make me think that the author has never been up there. The view from the top is incomparable, and the first time in my 40 years here that I truly felt like I was on an island. You can see the ocean around us from many directions. I agree that it's been a nightmare for the neighborhood near the trailhead, but there are also other ways of getting to it without going through the neighborhood. And that's why the city should get off its okole and choose a vendor already. It's had plenty of time to decide, but as usual drops the ball at every occasion. It would be such a shame to lose this epic hike because of inaction by our elected officials. Giovanni Scilandis Pololo. Well, I don't know. Thank you for your letter, Giovanni. Did I say your name right? I don't know though. I think you're a trail enthusiast there. I've been on other trails, not this one. I haven't been on this one, and I see it has like little things, but it has steps and two cables on either side. And if you freaking fall, you're off a cliff. It's gone. So you can't slip. If you slip, you're gone. And people have different hiking abilities, and if you just make open for everybody, then there's going to be eventually people that need to get rescued, and that's not good. And the bottom of the trail with the other way of getting around to it, just find a vendor? What? What the bleep are you talking about? It starts in somebody's like backyard. Get a vendor? That's all there. Just get a vendor. The city and county, they're so inept. Why didn't they just get a vendor a long time ago? What the heck is a vendor? Someone down there selling hot dogs? I mean, a vendor. selling tickets to go onto the trail, but it's not going through somewhere. An alternate access? Anyways, you're not going to get lost. It's just a non-slip. It's the safest trail on the island. It is not the safest trail on that. For enthusiasts who are like Daredevil kind, yeah, it's okay for the Daredevil kind. But even then, you get too many of them, you're eventually gonna... There's like people going off China walls, which is like way over there. They'll go into the water. It's like, oh, you jump off, and there's waves and everything, and you get back onto the rocks. It's like kind of cliffy rock, and then the waves come up, and you cling onto the... I did that once scuba diving, and I couldn't get back up. Well, I had a hard time. I eventually did, but I had scuba gear on, and I'm like clinging onto the rocks, going because the wave went down. I couldn't get quite up, you know. And the wave came up, and it went down. Like, oh God, I'm gonna take it. And sometimes people are like that without the scuba gear, and they can't get back up on the cliff. 4 people, and then the scuba diver dies, and another man. I don't know. Okay, I'm done with that. Let's capitalize on rental car shortages. Yeah, okay. Don't go carelessly. I gotta read this one. Okay. Oh, shoot. Okay. Don't go carelessly from sidewalk onto crosswalk. JP Auntie. How come this one, the Yeti, don't work? Sorry. Don't go carelessly from sidewalk onto crosswalk. A recent letter to the editor stated that by law, pedestrians have the right of way into the crosswalk. No one will argue the point, but the sidewalk is not the crosswalk, as kids are always taught to stop and look for oncoming cars to make sure it's safe to enter the crosswalk. I've seen people just step into the crosswalk, forcing cars to jam their brakes and avoid hitting them. If you are on the sidewalk, you don't have the right of way. Be smart. Enter only when it's safe to enter. Once in the crosswalk, be aware of the oncoming cars and don't take it for granted that the driver sees you and will stop. We all need to show a little aloha to and for each other. Clifford, Toyama, Monalua. Hey, sorry, Clifford. He just got promoted to Auntie. That's exactly right. This one right here, this sentence right here. Don't take it for granted that the driver sees you and will stop. That's why I read that article. Not the whole world cares. Ah! My Yeti don't work. One more, real fast. Oh, God. That's it. This is intolerable. Keep trail scale to Oahu. Right. No. Was that right? Oh, yeah. No. What? No, not that one. Cares the rail. Whatever. It's so snafu. It's so snafu, and it's not going to be done in my lifetime. It's like, whatever. I'll come back as a ghost and ride on it. Maybe not. Come back as a ghost and scare people on. Never mind. Taxpayer money. I saw this guy one time in this big, huge Cadillac kind car. It's a huge car. And I just got off the Poly and I was in Kailua, right? So I just got off the Poly. I was in Kailua. I think it's the Cam Highway there, that first stoplight, you know, one of the stoplights, right? I'm waiting at the stoplight. I think I was going to go left, and there's this car that's pulling in front of. He's taking a left or whatever, turning in front of the other car, and he's yelling out the window at the other car and shaking his fist. Big Hawaiian guy, kind of local guy, local. I pay more taxes than you. That was his. Get out of my way. I pay more taxes than you. Get out of my way. Just saying. What people are concerned about. Mistrust of government, pharma, halting vaccines. Why are people anti-vaccination? Government and big pharma. The same entities that lobbied to keep a free-ish, in parentheses, relatively safe drug, marijuana, also in parentheses, illegal. Marijuana is just a fake wood. They just made up that wood. It's fake. So if you go to court, it's just, I don't know what you're talking about. Marijuana. It's just a fake word. This is imaginary. It's, I don't know. It doesn't even exist. Somebody made that up. That's why they call it cannabis. Marijuana in parentheses. Illegal, and gave us the opioid epidemic instead. Now want us to trust them to take a vaccine? This is why some people are anti-vax. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So when the powers that be tell me not to take a bong hit, I consider it a damn fine reason to take two. Joseph T. Busan Kailua. Joseph, take 3 bong hits. That's not why people are anti-vax. People are anti-vax because of all that other QAnon stuff that keeps going around. It's gonna change my DNA. It's gonna make my baby have 3 eyes. It's the early anti-vaxxer stuff that was adopted by QAnon and turned into now a politicized dealy whopper. Part of the QGOPers. And that's it. Woohoo! Okay. Oh, too long already. Aloha. My equipment's all junk now. Shoot. I said aloha. Aloha. Aloha.